I'll quickly show you again where to get the models from. In ComfyUI, go to Browse Templates, then select Image and click on Krea 2 Text to Image. On the far left, there is an info box that provides the direct links for all the required models. You can also see here which directories these need to be copied into within ComfyUI. I've shown this in another video before, so I'll just give a very brief explanation here. Here I have the workflow for an image-to-image in ComfyUI. Krea 2 isn't technically an image editing model, but we can still modify images slightly using it. I'll explain the layout to you now. That way you can easily build it yourself. Here is the image we want to change. I've already set the upscale and our source image. However, you can deactivate the node, then it won't be taken into account during rendering. Next, we have the VAE. First encode, then decode. You can see the connections clearly. I don't think rebuilding this workflow will be difficult. On the far right, there's a save node and a preview image node underneath it. At the top is our Krea 2 Turbo model. On the left is the Quen clip. I kept the prompt simple with a cartoon art style. Since our CFG is set to 1, a negative prompt won't have any effect. That's why I use 0 out here as well. For denoise, I've set it to 0.60. You just need to experiment a bit depending on the specific image. At 1, the prompt has more influence. At 0.1, it stays closer to our original image. As I mentioned, it doesn't just depend on the denoise setting, but also on your prompt and the starting image. So it's time for some testing. Let's click Run. Alright, our image is finished. We can clearly see a cartoonish look. Like I said, Krea 2 isn't an editing model, but you can still change an image a bit with it. Have fun with it.